Hello, this is Dr. Xiong. We are in Cancun, Mexico. We're at the all-inclusive resort called Excellent Rivera Cancun. I want to talk about the good and bad of this all-inclusive resort. I can tell you it's mostly good, just a few things that we think they can improve, hopefully. And I also want to talk about whether the Excellence Club is worth it or not. So when we first check in, we did get the Excellence Club this time when we booked it. So the good thing is the check-in is at this Excellence Club area, which is a separate area from the main check-in area. They do have some pretty impressive liquor that is higher end that you can choose from compared to the regular liquor at other area. And after we checked in, this is an excellent spot to have an overview of how the resort looked like. It is a windy day, but we enjoyed this stay. And this is our room. So this is the Excellence Rivera Cancun in their Excellence Club. We've been here before. I think the room between the Excellence Club and the regular rooms are very similar. I think the only difference are I think the Excellence Club have a little bit better shampoo and lotion brand, and they also have a little bit better brand for liquor. The room, I think, is pretty much identical to each other. The entranceway with the washer station on the left. The main room follows, and the jacuzzi in the middle. I think it's pretty standard setting. And there is a fridge with soft drinks in there. Okay. So, and they also have a sitting area. So our room, they call it a pool view. I think sometimes they call this kind of room ocean view. So apparently there's a difference between ocean front and ocean view. So on the right side, as you can see, is like the view is not the greatest. You see the pool underneath. I guess that's why they call the pool view. You can see the ocean from far end over there. And maybe on this side a little bit. You can see the ocean over there. And they have a little sitting area too on the balcony. And when you first come in, they give you a nice welcome champagne and some fruits. Room is nicely done. I think throughout the stay they will keep changing the bed sheets and sometimes make you some surprise presentation with the tower, just like the cruise ship does. So this is the special thing they made for us when we returned from our dinner. It looks very, very cute. So this is their breakfast cafe at the restaurant called Kitchen Table. They also serve lunch, but the lunch is not buffet style. So I always think the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. They do a very good job with the options they provide. There's just countless options you can choose from, which I really liked. But because of the pandemic, it is not really a self-serve buffet. You do have to ask for their help to get food, whether it is just a simple cup of juice or you're asking for like a custom-made omelet. You always have to ask the kitchen staff to serve you. So it is really good for the pandemic, so it helps prevent the spread of the disease. However, I really wish they could have more staff available, because a lot of times, for example, this station, there's really nobody there. If you want to get something from there, it's pretty much impossible. So obviously, this is on the side of the buffet. Usually in the middle of the buffet, they usually have someone there serving you. But there's, a lot of times we do have to wait for quite a long time just to get someone to help us. That's the only bad thing about this kind of buffet. But the food itself is very impressive, in my opinion. As you can see, I was pretty much eating nonstop. The flavor and the freshness of the ingredients are pretty much right on spot. There's no complaint about food for sure. So there are many restaurants you can choose from at this resort. Some of the places are have outside seating, like for example the Oregano and the Lobster House. They're pretty much under the same roof. The service and the menu are both very impressive. The view is just unbelievable, and obviously the weather is just perfect. So we really enjoyed the stay at those two restaurants. The Lobster House basically have unlimited supply of lobsters. We order at least 2-3 orders of the lobster, and nobody asks you any questions. They just keep bringing the food onto your table. And this is a very special restaurant called Flavor Market. They're more kind of on the light side, serving like cheese plates and those kind of things. But the octopus is actually very good. Obviously, we have to try the room service, and even though it is not a 24-hour room service, but they are actually very quick, and the quality of the food is actually very good. The steak is very tender. Those are some pictures that we had. Obviously, surf and turf lobsters, that we ordered, lots of them. They're actually pretty fresh, and I can tell you, like, a majority of the food has been better compared to the previous time we stayed. So, because we stayed here back in 2020, right around the pandemic time, back in October, there wasn't much customers. So maybe because of that, so during that time, we remember the freshness of the food was not so great. The lobster was very chewy, and wasn't fresh at all. So we were not very impressed. But this time, all the lobsters are very fresh, cooked perfectly. This is the very few all-inclusive resort that actually give you unlimited supply of lobster. We really like that. And all the restaurants, we can pretty much visit, anytime we want to, because the time the restaurant opens are, very friendly. And they give you like relatively small portions, which is, in my opinion, a good thing, because you don't want to eat too much at the same place. You want to kind of try different places. So sometimes in the same night we can go to a couple of different restaurants and try different food, and then we don't feel like we're stuffing ourselves with too much food. And the presentation of the food is always pretty good. I know it's not like Michelin star level, but it's definitely very good. Every night, they have a different entertainment. I think this is the African night when we were shooting at at the resort. But every night they have a different theme. They're definitely very entertaining. So I did say I want to talk about whether the Excellence Club is worth it or not. So I want to first talk about what's included in the Excellence Club, because it is a big price variation whether you choose to have the Excellence Club or not. So first, this is a exclusive area, including the pool, the bar, and the beach for Excellence Club. However, when we were there, nobody was checking on our member or club status. So I don't know if they are just using a like honor system or not. That part I can't verify. But when we went in there, like we know we were Excellence Club member, but nobody verified that with us. Maybe they kind of know us or something. I'm not sure. And another thing you get is you do have a little bit better liquor. In your room, and in the room service menu you get a special menu in the Excellence Club rooms. Obviously when we first checked in, we have an exclusive area to check in, and then they have a clubhouse that you can have access to a little bit higher end of the liquor over there. So overall, in my opinion, I don't really drink that much alcohol, and then I feel like the exclusive beach and the pool area of the Excellence Club doesn't really make that much difference compared to the regular area. So my personal opinion is I don't think it's really that much worth it, but that's just my personal opinion. But if you are like a big drinker, you do consume a lot of alcohol, and you feel like having an exclusive area is important in your stay, I think that might make a difference. All right, so let's talk about things that we really hate about this resort, which is the beach area. So from from the far side, when you look at the beach, you know, it looks pretty good. I mean, I agree. They do have white sand, and the resort do a very good job trying to maintain the beach area. You know, they try to make it as good as it can be. But the problem is, you know, there's way too much seaweed by the side of the ocean, and also the water itself is also very dark and very dirty, in my opinion. I didn't really get into the water just because I just feel like it's way too dirty, in my opinion. You cannot compare the beach to the beach in the hotel zone or up in the north area. And it's not the hotel is not really trying to care for the beach. As you can see, there are a lot of workers. They pretty much work all day long trying to keep the beach clean, trying to get rid of some seaweed. I think it's just maybe just the location of this resort. You just can't fight the nature, maybe. But you know, that's the only part we really don't like about this resort. So here's a more close view of the beach and the ocean water. I guess you can just see it for yourself. No need for me to describe anymore.